What's going on, everybody? It's Dave from Sawdust Designs, and today we are going to cast a couple glitter bottle stoppers. So we're going to be using a Lumelite clear, and we're going to be using some basically some tensile glitter, some color changing glitter. This is Glitter Hippo. I've never used their product before. Here's another color. I don't know if you can kind of see that. And then you've got this different color. This is Teddy Bear holographic tensile glitter, and this one is holographic tensile glitter also, but this is my dark secret. So we're going to cast both of these today. So me personally, I like to use a Lumelite clear resin. I'm actually using the slow version today. It's what I've got. So we've got our Lumelite, got our gloves, I got my scale, I've got my mold, some cups, I got the glitter. Now you'll notice this mold is nice and round. This mold is actually a silicone mold. It's made by P-Town Subby. I don't know if you can see there or not. Great guy, great company, great products. I highly recommend them. This is a 1.5 inch by 2.5 inch. And we're going to make two of those today. So each one of those is about 100 grams. I like the round ones because you waste less resin. Every little bit kind of adds up, and resin's really not that cheap. Here's an example of a square one. Now I cast this basically using almost like a plastic cardboard. I haven't turned this one yet. This one has like a seashell in it, if you can see that, along with some white sand on the bottom. So this will actually turn out pretty good. I'll make another video on that. So let's get started. So today, I'm going to pan the camera down here just so everybody can see everything. I always make sure that I have everything all laid out. I got my gloves, I got my scale. The scale measures to 1/10 of a gram. I got my mold, cups, glitter, and we are all set to rock. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna clean this stuff off here just a little bit. So the air compressor's already done up. I will be using a pressure pot today. The pressure pot that I use is from Harbor Freight. It's just a cheap version that's been modified. And essentially that basically just crushes all the air bubbles. So rather than a vacuum. So I'll clean this stuff off here. I was using this earlier and got some resin on it. All right. So there's different techniques. Different people do this different ways. I'm not going to say there's any necessarily right or wrong way to do this. Just different techniques. So whatever works for you, you know, keep using it, I guess. All right, so let me get my cup here. I'll put it on the scale, zero it out. I'll start with the B side. The B side, this cap is always a pain in the butt. All right, so I'm looking for 100 grams of the B side. If I go a little over, that's okay. There's 50, 70, coming up on 90. $98. All right, there's 100 grams, about 100.3 with the B. All right, some people do this a little bit different. Some people will just mix one and then mix in a color or something like that, and then they'll mix in the other part. I don't like to do that. I like to just go ahead and get it mixed and then add in whatever it is I'm gonna do. I've got a 12-minute open time with this, so I've got plenty of time. I'm not in a time crunch. But on smaller pours like this, you want to get this pretty close to matching. The last one was 100.3 grams, so the smaller pour, the more accurate you got to be. Here's 90. 95. Almost. almost perfect. 100.4, so I'm a tenth of a gram off on 200 grams. So that is too easy. Let me turn that off. We'll get the scale out of the way. All right, so as with any resin, you really want to mix this. You can see how it's kind of got a milky color right now. Let's start my clock here. We're going to stir this until we don't see any more ribbons. All right, you can kind of see how you can kind of see the swirls in there. See those swirls in there? We want all those swirls gone. Scrape the sides. You notice that this cup doesn't have any wrinkles in it or anything like that. What I mean is, so this is just a cheap solo cup from Walmart that I like to use, but you can see how these have the ribs in it. I don't like to use those because it can kind of screw up your pour sometimes where you can't quite mix the resin that's been in there. So we're going to keep mixing this. And a Linolite, it doesn't take very much. If you got more of an epoxy resin, it takes a little bit more. So all right, so let's look at that. You can see all those air bubbles in there, no swirls. Doesn't hurt to keep mixing it. I'm only at 1 minute and 7 seconds, so I've got plenty of time here. Plenty of time. So I forgot I am going to need my scale because I got to divide this up into two since we're going to do 2 different glitter patterns. So let me turn this scale back on. All right, and let me pour 100 grams into this one. There's 95. Almost 100 grams on the button. All right. Now I tell you what, let's go ahead and we'll add in our glitter. Got a couple different stir sticks here that we'll use. All right, so first we'll do my dark secret. Now I've never made one of these before, so I don't know how much glitter this is going to take. Does it take the whole bag? Does it take just a little bit? But what I do know is glitter is just unbelievably messy. So I'll hold my breath while I scoop this. I'll tell you what, we'll try 2 scoops. Let's try a scoop and a half. Tell you what, we'll start with a scoop and a half and see what that gets me here. My only fear is that this is going to fall to the bottom. And you know what? I don't know if I really want to keep this clear or not. Maybe I'll add just a little bit of color to it. What do you think? It's going to take some more glitter. Definitely enough glitter there, maybe just a little bit too much. I won't need any coloring in there though. That's going to look really cool. That is going to look really cool. Look at that. That's going to look really cool. All right, so we'll leave that one be for now, and we'll switch over to this other one. This other one's kind of more of a reddish tint. More of a reddish tint, if you guys can see that. Let me grab another scoop so I don't contaminate the two. like the tensile glitter though, because it kind of gives it just a little bit more body to it instead of just sparkly. I think that's kind of cool. This, what is it? There we go. All right, I'm not even to 6 minutes yet, so as you can see, you got a lot of time with the Lumilite. Now, if you were using a Lumilite white, yeah, it'd be pushing for time here, but I wouldn't be doing this with Lumilite white anyway. Let's do one more scoop. All right, let's try that. Well, that's going to look cool also, if you guys can see that. That's going to look really cool. I like it. I dig it. These cups definitely got some static electricity in there. That's going to look really cool. All right, so when it comes to, we're not adding in any colors today, so I'm not too worried about temperature. Generally, if I'm going to add a couple different colors or anything like that, what I'll do is I will, I'll wait till it's about a 95 degrees, maybe 90. My shop is generally just a little bit cooler. So really by the time I hit about 95, I've got to dump it and get it in the pot pretty quick. So, so what I want to do now is I'm just going to wait for this to set up just a little bit. We're at 7 minutes right now. So I'll wait probably about another 4 minutes or so. I can already feel it. It's kind of starting to thicken up here just a little bit. My fear is that I just don't want the glitter to fall to the bottom. And I don't think that that's going to happen. So I just kind of want to wait until this kind of hardens up here just a little, or not hardens, but sets up here just a little bit more before I do it. But if you guys can see that, it's actually pretty, I think those are going to be really cool. I really do. I think they're going to be pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll make another video when we turn these. So I'll just leave those scoops in there. So now it's just a waiting game. There's other epoxies out, or I shouldn't say epoxies, other resins out there that you guys can use. I prefer Lumilite. I like the way that it turns. I've also got liquid diamonds. Palm resin is another one. So there's different stuff out there. Everybody kind of has their own take, their own stuff. I'll probably start switching more to an epoxy after I get done with these, just to kind of experiment just a little bit more. Yeah, they're starting to harden up here. Let me see what temperature we're at. We're getting there. Right now we're coming up on 90 degrees, but I'll wait for a few more minutes and before I pour it. So it doesn't hurt to keep stirring. Yeah, so anyway, on another note, so Sawdust Designs, we just published our website here actually last night. I've had a lot of people already check it out. It's been great. You know, this started off as a hobby for me, and it still is. I just try to share it with other people, and if you all like my products, go ahead and shoot me a note. If there's something, a video that you guys want to see, or a product that you guys want me to make. I know I made some game calls the other day. Some grunt calls, even though deer season is just a little bit out of the way. I'll be more than happy to do a video of making what you guys want. But check out the website. It's www.sawdustdesigns.org. products being added on there every day. So just tell me what you guys would like to see, and that's what we will make. So pretty stoked about that. I'm also on Instagram, Sawdust64 or Sawdust Design 64. And then I've also got a Facebook page for Sawdust Designs. So check it out. If you like the video, by all means leave me a comment. I can definitely starting to heat up here just a little bit. And I'm just waiting here, guys, just to make sure that I don't want that glitter to drop to the bottom. That's the only reason why I'm waiting for this to set up. If I was just shooting just like just a straight color like this, I would have already dumped it and put it into the pressure pot. So we're gonna get ready to dump these into the mold. It's about 90 degrees. There we go. We'll give about another minute, and then we'll dump it. Generally, when I do my put things in the pressure pot, I generally do it for 40 to 50 psi. I generally shoot for 50 psi if I can. Harbor Freight pressure pots are kind of rated just a little bit lower. They're at I think their max is 60. No real need, in my opinion, to really, for me anyway, for the stuff that I do, to need to do that too much. All right, so now I'm just going to take the mold here. All right, this is urethane mold release made by Stoner. You can also get this on P-Town Subby. And I'm just going to spray that in there, and it just kind of helps two things. One, it'll help with obviously getting the blank out. But also, two, it helps with the life of the mold. So that was pretty close to 100 grams. Now you also got to realize this is going to shrink just a little bit too. All right, it'll shrink just a little bit. Now for my extra stuff, honestly, I just keep an extra cup, and I'll just dump just a little bit extra in there if I need to. Really messy stuff. If we spill it, then we just dump the extra here. I just keep an extra cup, and then when I need to just do something, kill some time, that's when I just take this cup. I'll just take it, put it on the lathe, and I'll turn it and see what comes out. And actually, there's been some really cool stuff that has resulted from that. There we go. So my waste cup. All right, let's get this thing in the pressure pot. You guys can see, let me tilt up the camera. That's my pressure pot. We're gonna set this in there. Now when you set this in there, I always take a level and I just make sure that it's leveled out. So it cures nice and level. All right. Guys, so we're just going to leave that in there for about 2 hours. We'll pull it out and I will post the pictures along with the video. So, and then I'll make another video of us turning it. So anyway, if you like the video, leave some comments. If there's a product that you guys want to see turned, by all means, or cast, I'll go ahead and do that. Just leave it in the comments and we will do a project over it, and I will catch you guys later.